else to come into my life. Thank you for hiring me. You gave me an opportunity to explore entrepreneurship. I'm not better, I'm better. All right. Good evening. All right, good evening. So how you guys doing? Hope you guys are doing well. We are here on a Friday night. It's been such a hectic day today. Appointments, driving around, but you know what? It is what it is. That's what we got to do, right? We are going live both on Instagram and YouTube. If you guys are able to hear me on YouTube, please let me know. If you guys are able to hear me on IG, let me know as well, so we know that we will have sound coming. All right. One Notary Nation saying, "Let's go." Yeah, that's what I like. That is what I like. So it's been such a hectic day. Like it's crazy. It's crazy. My day started early in the morning, and I literally got home and finished with everything about an hour ago. So thank you all for tuning in on Instagram. Thank you all for tuning in on YouTube. We appreciate it. Let's see who we got up here. We have Upstate New York's in the house on YouTube. We have Cali is in the house from YouTube. Oh man, I appreciate the love, you guys. I appreciate the love. So tonight, we are going to talk. It's another episode of the Notary Networking Business, Notary Business Networking. That's how you know it's been a long day. So we have a special guest tonight. I know I just spoke with her. She's probably going to get live on Instagram first, then she's going to tune in on YouTube. I hope you guys had a great day. I hope you guys had a phenomenal week. And let's get the show started. We have Florida locked in. We have Florida is on IG. We have Cali on YouTube. Man, I appreciate all the love. We have Texas. I've never been to Texas, but hey, I heard it's nice down there. So, and my plan is to eventually visit Texas. So if you guys see me going back and forth, that's because I have two cameras here. We have another viewer from Cali. Appreciate that. We got New Jersey in the house. Oh, signed by Dominic. I didn't even know you was in Texas, but that's good to know. New Jersey, Florida, Texas, Cali. You guys are amazing. I really appreciate you guys tuning in. So we have South Carolina. Oh my God. Connecticut's in the house. All right. So I'm going to invite our guest on Instagram, and then she's going to join us on YouTube. Oh man, what a day. What one thing you guys did today that you guys are proud of? Please let me know. Let me see. There she is. All right, guys. I know you guys on YouTube can't see her yet. She's live on IG, and then she is going to transition to YouTube. All right, you able to hear me?
Can you? Yeah, I can hear you now. Can you hear me?
Oh yeah. So I just realized that my Bluetooth was connected to the speaker in the house.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, like I told you, man, this traffic's been crazy today. I'm like 10 minutes away from the house, and I'll be right on YouTube as soon as I walk in the door.
All right. Sounds good. All right. So those of you guys who are on YouTube, she is on her way. She's just running a little late. traffic as usual. But you know what? We are on Instagram as well. So if you want to join us on Instagram for the time being at Mathurin Notary, I'm going to put it on in the chat right now. Mathurin Notary. We are on IG if you guys want to tune into that. Hey, so how's your day going so far?
Day has been great. I have no complaints. Starting a new position in my full-time job, so I'm getting situated with that today. Had appointment, just running like crazy.
All right. So you just been running like crazy, huh?
Yeah, man. You know how it is. You know how you do. I'm trying to catch you.
Oh yeah. Well, you know what? So what we can do, because I know you're driving and I want you to get home safe. So I don't know if you want to hop on here right after you finish driving, because I don't want, because your safety matters, your safety. All right, cool. So your safety matters. So get home and hop back on here. I just want to make sure you get home safe.
All right. Right back, guys.
All right. Sounds good. Let's see. All right. So we are waiting for our guests to tune in. But at the same time, I just wanted, like I said, I asked you guys a question. I wanted to know what's one thing you guys did this week. What's one thing you guys did this week that you're proud of? If anybody want to, just let me know until she's on her way home, until she's ready to come on. I can give you about maybe 5 minutes to speak on what you've done this week. And then as soon as she comes on, I'll just have to excuse you and get on with her. So don't be shy. Anybody want to tune in until she gets here? Let me see what we got. We have. All right. So the first one is Shannon B saying that as she secured some general notary work on Thumbtack today, that was the best part of the day. That is amazing. For those of you guys who are not using Thumbtack, I highly recommend that you get on Thumbtack. Last night we talked about scaling your business, and Thumbtack will give you a great opportunity for you to scale your business even more. Because with Thumbtack, a lot of people are afraid of paying for leads. I've been using Thumbtack. Shout out to Tech from Cali. He was the one who put me on. So Thumbtack is absolutely amazing. So you might have to pay a fee. Yeah, you are going to pay a fee, but the fee that you are paying is for like direct clients. So for example, one reason why I love Thumbtack, the past few weeks, I've gotten some appointment to Thumbtack. I paid maybe, let's say on average, for about 3 leads. On average, I pay maybe $10 for the 3 leads, and on average, my return for those 3 appointments was over $300. So I know you guys are looking for ways that you can scale your business, how to implement other systems that is going to help you along with Google My Business. I highly recommend Thumbtack. Like, don't be afraid to pay for those leads. It's business. You got to pay. You got to pay to play. That's exactly what it is. I'm going to read off a win on YouTube. Somebody said they had 2 general notary today, 3 this week. 2 were repeat customers. I'm just going to give you guys a tip, right? In order for you to get repeat customers, you have to make sure that the service that you are providing remains the same or improve. One of the best things that you can have in this notary industry is repeat customers. Those are pretty much those are what's going to keep your business afloat. I love repeat customers. I get them a lot, and you have to be willing to do what's required in order for you to get the privilege of having repeat customers. Let me see. What about IG? What's one thing you guys did this week that you guys are proud of? I'm getting all this on YouTube. What about you guys on IG? Let's see. We have Q the Notary. You say, I help some new notaries start making money. It's always good to start making money in your business. So Q, you are doing great work, and I really appreciate that. Let me see. We have Uncle Griff, 007 Griff is on YouTube. What's the 3 things we shouldn't do on Google My Business? All right, the 3 things that you should not be doing on Google My Business is do not treat Google My Business. If you are posting, like seriously, if you posting on Google My Business, do not treat it like your personal social media pages. I'm not sure if a lot of people know that you can actually post on a regular basis on Google My Business. Please do not be posting your private life on there. Make sure everything that you're posting is related to your business. All right. And another thing that you should not be doing on Google My Business is, let me see. Oh man, there's so many of them. There's so many of them. Oh, do not post pictures of someone else that without their permission. I know, I know within this industry, we are trying to showcase what we are doing. But at the same time, like for instance, the other day I was at an appointment. I had my wife with me, and I asked the client, "Is it okay if she take a picture of us doing the signing?" I know a lot of people just want to show what they are doing, which is great. There's nothing wrong with that. However, if you are taking a picture with someone else, like please just ask them for their permission because they have a right. You have a right to not be revealing who they are when they are signing these documents. Let me see what we got. What we got on IG. One Notary Nation says she loves Thumbtack. Thumbtack is absolutely amazing, and not just for notaries. I've seen there are a lot of professionals on Thumbtack as well. So if you're not on Thumbtack, I highly recommend that. And if you need somebody to help you with your marketing, reach out to Captain Captain. Oh my God, I can't even say the word right now. Reach out to Q the Notary. He'll get you right. Let me see what we got on IG. We have signed by Dominic says she helped 3 of her mentees take the first step and stop being nervous. 2 have created the brand and completed training. Proud Notary Month moment. That's right there is. I'm glad that you was able to help those mentees, and I'm glad that they were able to get over the fear because that's one thing that a lot of people fail to understand, that just having fear itself, that is such a dangerous thing. Like you have to prepare yourself mentally before you get into this business. Before you get into any business, be willing to educate yourself. I know you guys have heard me say this multiple times. Be willing to educate yourself. Be willing to take the time that is required for you to understand your state laws, understand what you can and cannot do. So, signed by Dominic, that is amazing. I'm glad that you were able to help those individuals out, and I wish all of them much success. So we have Adrian, huge group, Jamal, Adrian here. For those of you who are in Massachusetts, if you are looking for a real estate agent, please reach out to Jamal Adrian. He's like one of the best agent in the Boston area and along the East Coast of Mass. But I'm sure he can help you out. So reach out to Jamal Adrian if you're looking for an agent in Massachusetts. We are great. Let me see. Yes, you are absolutely right. Doing the first step is always the hardest. But once you get through with going to your first appointment, once you get through taking that first step, I guarantee you everything else just become a lot more easier. Like you are going to face difficulty, you are going to go against obstacles, but everything else will just falls into place. Taking the first step is an absolutely must. Let me see. We never stop learning. All right, we got Marilyn in the house. I have a question on YouTube as we are waiting for a guest. Do you pay the fee once you get the client? Once you get the direct client, Thumbtack automatically charge you, and you are paying the fee when somebody reach out to you directly. And then once you schedule the appointment, like I said, the fee does not. Like if you're just starting out, like I will recommend maybe keep a weekly budget, but I guarantee you, you are going to make your money back. Like I've made my money back using Thumbtack. My last appointment I had from Thumbtack, I paid $3.46 for the lead, and I made 165 in that appointment. So you definitely will make your money back. Let me see. And also, back to the question that Griff had asked about what not to do with your Google My Business is pull false reviews. So I'm glad the Notary Institution mentioned that you do not want to be posting false reviews on your Google page. I know everyone wants to stand out. You want your business to appear like one of the top businesses when someone or looking for notary public in your area. But if you are putting false reviews, then you are setting up yourself for failure. Like, be honest within your business and make sure you are taking the necessary steps. All right, let's see what we got. Let me see what we got. Any more questions? Let me see. Also, if anybody on Instagram, if you guys want to hop on until the guest gets here, please be my guest. And we're about to get started. But guys, let me tell you guys about, as far as another way that you can scale your business, especially if you are just starting out. When you are just starting out, the main thing that you are looking to do is to get your name out there. Like, we all understand that creating a Google My Business page is vital. It's very important, so people know that who in the area that they can reach out to if they need services. For those of you who are not reaching out to hospitals and nursing home, I am going to say it again. Those two places right there can provide you with so much business that you just wouldn't believe it. The reason why I like going to hospitals and nursing home, I guarantee you, if I go to the hospital like once a week, by the end of the week, I'm having at least 2 or 3 appointments going back to that same hospital. What you guys need to understand is, even though us within the notary industry, we know that there are mobile notary. A lot of people doesn't know anything about mobile notary within the area. I did an appointment the other day. The seller was doing the client was refinancing, and she flat out told me, she was like, I didn't know such business exists, because I was calling banks, I was calling other places. They told me they could not notarize his documents. It was an out of state property, and the banks were refusing to notarize the documents for her until she came across my profile on Google. And her words was she could not believe that a mobile notary actually exists. So prior to even calling me, one of the first things she told me she did was she went through my reviews. You know, lucky for me, I have over 150 plus reviews on Google, and that's how she was able to make her decision whether she should reach out to me in regard to having a mobile notary come into her house. Mind you, I know we all assume that people know that you exist, but if you are not marketing yourself to different places, some of the top places that you can market yourself, as I already mentioned, hospitals, nursing home, your supermarket. Every supermarket has a bulletin board. You don't have to spend a lot of money. Simply print out, like, if you want to keep it basic, you can just print out your business name. And I know some people, from what I've seen, you can either cut the bottom of the page where they can just rip it off just to keep your number, or you can just have it there. You market to your local area, to your local supermarket. If you have estate planning attorneys in your area, you can always reach out to them, let them know that you provide services. The estate planning attorneys, they go hand to hand with rehab and hospitals, because most of the time, most of their clients, they are dealing with with the older population. So if you are marketing to estate attorneys, you can always let them know that you are providing mobile notary services. Some places that you've gone, hospitals, nursing home, rehab facilities, and you pretty much bring your office to them. So one way that you can kind of like have them give you a business, so you can just pretty much tell them that you are pretty much like one okay, here's it. One thing I've used where I was like, take your business on the road with Matter and Notary. And they be like, yeah. So if you have a client that cannot come to your office, you reach out to us, we get the documents, and we bring the documents over to your client. And that right there is improving their service. At the same time, it's giving you the exposure that you need within your business. Let me see. Somebody said that having a CRM, yep, it is important to have a payment processor. I'm glad you mentioned payment. Um, Last night, when we were talking about scaling your business, there was a gentleman who mentioned that he had an appointment. He went to the appointment, and when he gets there, I believe the client did not open the door. So in a situation like this, right, in order for you to avoid, wasting gas, especially right now, gas prices are ridiculous. Like no one wants to be driving to an appointment and then only to get there that the client decide that they're not opening the door or they cancel the appointment that they never call you. One thing that you guys can implement within your business is just asking them for a deposit. You can ask what I've done. Like I've asked for like a 50% deposit, or I give them the option to make full payment. So like I've had some clients where they're like, you know what, we'll just make the full payment so we're not even worrying about it. But just having them give you a deposit just to secure that spot, because you don't want to get to in a situation where you go there and they are telling you, oh, we no longer need your service. That is absolutely ridiculous. It's a waste of time. Right now, like I said, gas prices are ridiculous and it's a waste of gas. So if you have not considered implementing like a deposit requirement within your notary business, I highly, highly recommend it. It's going to save you a lot of time. It's also going to help you get rid of those potential clients that are not serious. Let's see what we got. What else we have? Okay, I'm over here getting call. Let me see what we got. Anybody else have any? If you have any question on IG, so let's get it going. Our guest will be here. As far as on YouTube, let me see. Give me a second. I want to invite Q right quick just to see. Maybe Q can tell you guys about what he is doing. All right. Okay. All right. So she should be getting on here. In the meantime, if anybody have any questions, if you guys want, just let me know. Then we can go about it. And also, LaShawn from the Notary Institution made a great point. What she mentioned is you do not having the wrong address and the wrong service on your Google My Business page. That's something you do not want to do. Stop putting, like, if you're not providing services at an address, please do not put it on there, because that's one way you can get reported. Like, just imagine if somebody goes through the address that you have on your profile and then it's not your business. So that's one way to get shut down, using Google My Business. We have another question asking me if I offer fingerprinting. Yes, I offer fingerprinting services. I started doing that last year. It's all ink based. It's the same concept. I travel to them. When they reach out to me, I inform them, hey, this is a mobile notary services. We do not accept walk-in, because you will get people that just show up to your house, and I'm not really with that nonsense. So you're not just going to show up to my house, try and get something notarized. So every appointment, you are required to schedule your own appointment. I'm implementing the Calendly app, which also me and tech kind of work on automations. So at times I have customers who I don't even speak with them on the phone. They'll just book their own appointment, and then I'll just get the notification, and we'll just go about it like that. Let's see. One Notary Nation said Google need a 1-800 number. I completely agree. Like it's difficult for us to get a hold of as far as folks on Google. All right, guys. So I know I usually talk about all right. Okay. Looks like we have Q getting on Instagram until our guest comes on. Hey, what's going on, Q?
You.
All right. All right. Hey, Q. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if you wanna get on YouTube as well until the guest comes on. It's up to you.
You're messing me up here because I had YouTube on my phone and I was watching it on Instagram on my laptop because I was getting some work done.
I got you.
So then I heard you and I was like, oh man, now I got to switch my whole setup up.
No, I got you. No, we were just talking about, if you don't mind talking about as far as some tip, as far as people can use to scale the business.
If you didn't take time, and this is something that, hold on, man, I wasn't ready to do this.
Hey, you have to get out of your comfort zone, man.
So one of the things that I would suggest is definitely spend some time in your ground roots with everything, jumping in and going straight to loan signing. That's great. There's opportunity to make
all right, so
money,
everybody that's watching on YouTube, just waiting for the
business
guest. She should be logging in soon. I'm just answering some questions on Instagram. I really appreciate you guys taking the time and being patient. Thank you very much. You guys are absolutely amazing. She should be logging in soon, and then we can get her on both on YouTube and Instagram. In the meantime, if you have any question, please don't hesitate to ask your questions.
Like we mentioned yesterday, the tags and titles places that people know about, they've been going to for a decade plus. So trying to get your business out there and seen around the people in your neighborhood and in your local community is really important. So getting out there at local events, going to networking events.
Yeah.
There's free networking events. I know around here there's a free networking event every single day of the week at different places, and in different zip codes around the area that are still pretty local to me. So, taking the time to do that. There's a lot of real estate agents that go there.
Yep.
There's loan officers that visit those that are trying to meet real estate agents. So you kind of get to meet different professionals that are kind of in the same business as us, as part of the process. So, speaking with them, having those conversations, like Matthew already said, if you're not going to the lawyer's offices and the hospitals, definitely do that.
Absolutely.
But, don't just keep it about the business, because ultimately, we were commissioned to serve the public. So put yourself in a position to actually serve that public.
Okay. Yep. You are absolutely right.
I don't hear you anymore.
Yes, you are absolutely right. You have to put yourself in a position where you can serve the public, because if you really think about it, your title says Notary Public. So I think a lot of people are getting away from serving the public to the extent that they should be, versus where all they're thinking about is making the money. And now, because they are so focusing on making the money, now you're not providing the customer service aspect within your business. And just like we talked about a couple of weeks ago, when you're setting up this appointment, you have to be creating an experience. You don't just go there just to conduct an appointment and act like you're miserable at the appointment. You're not even asking them, hey, so how's your day going? You're not even able to hold a conversation. A lot of people are just focusing on the money, not the customer service aspect of it.
Yeah, really, and it comes with anything, not just the notary business. If you love what you do, then it's not work. If you go to provide the service, the money's going to come.
Mm-hmm.
And it'll continue to grow. I've knocked out, parts of neighborhoods with, power of attorneys,
Yep.
living wills, and some other documents where they're using their neighbors as witnesses, and then the neighbors say, "Oh, I need to get this taken care of as well." And now we start a kind of a train of thought that happens between neighbors, because one person started to get it done, then the next one starts to say, "I might need to get that done. Hey, let me make sure I get your card, and we'll call you." And that's happened multiple times for me. So that's definitely something that you want to make sure that you are performing at tip-top level all the time.
Absolutely.
Like Griff always says, you have to be available. If you're going to advertise yourself as you're great,
is about to get on.
You have to be
You
able
know,
to
she had
perform, be
just left an
available.
appointment and had to deal with traffic. No, which I completely agree with you. So how so for those who do not want to do power of attorney, I know a lot of people are afraid of conducting power of attorneys. Like what would you say to them? Because I've had a few people who reached out to me regarding power of attorneys, like they get nervous. They feel like they are not able to conduct that appointment. In my opinion, power of attorneys has been amazing. So if you guys are not conducting power of attorneys, you just have to know your state laws because some state requires witnesses. Some state requires, like in my state in Massachusetts, I cannot conduct a power of attorney without there's being two witnesses, and the two witnesses cannot be family. They cannot be related to each other. Like even if they are in-laws, I do not even consider in-laws signing as witness for the next person. So what do you think about that?
So I think power of attorneys is a great business. There's definitely an opportunity to upsell on those. In Pennsylvania, our laws is that the witnesses can be family. However, they cannot have any participation or stand to benefit from any type of will for whoever the testator is. So family members can witness here, and I do highly recommend don't shy away from doing power of attorneys. Especially if you're using thumbtack, a lot of times they'll say, "Oh, we only need one signature." And then when you speak to them about the document before you give them a final quote, one of the things that I always say are, do you have your witnesses available? And generally it's yes. And I say, okay, well, will the witnesses be there to sign? Yes, the witnesses will be there to sign.
Yep.
Okay, well, in Pennsylvania, it's not required that the witnesses' signatures be notarized. However, it does help validate the document a little bit further if they are. And usually what ends up happening, and I think it happens about 98.6% of the time, is they'll say, okay, well, we'll do those two. So now that one document, one signature turned into a one document, three signature.
Yep, exactly.
And that'll generally go along for the lines because it's usually a power of attorney and a living will or a medical power of attorney or some type. There's usually three documents that go when people are doing these things.
Yep.
So now you've turned three signatures into 9 signatures. You know what I mean? So there's that opportunity to upsell there. So I highly recommend it. It's very easy. I mean, the only thing that you're really checking for when you're doing a power of attorney is to make sure that there's no blank lines.
Exactly.
Within the documents, it doesn't concern you. All you're really looking for is to make sure that the document's complete. And that way you can go ahead and put your stamp on it and do our regular notarial action.
All right, perfect. I really appreciate that. Yo, Q, I really appreciate you jumping in to give me some, give the people some feedback. Look like she's ready to come on, so I'm about to invite her.
Yeah.
Hey, thank you so much, my man.
I'm out.
All right. Let's see. Let's get her back on here. All right, guys. I appreciate you guys being so patient. Those of us that's in the notary industry, we know how sometimes appointments we can get backed up with appointment. Then we have to deal with traffic. So she's about to come on. She's on IG. So we're waiting for you on YouTube. Then we should be good.
Okay. Hold on 1 second.
Trust me, guys. It's gonna be worth the wait. It's gonna be worth the wait.
Trust me, anything I'm a part of is definitely. I apologize to everybody. Traffic has been bananas on this Friday, but we're gonna get it in.
Oh yeah. So we're gonna make it happen. Like we have folks on YouTube. They've been more than patient. So just mute one of your screen.
Okay, mute my screen. Okay, hold on. So you said mute my screen.
As far as in order to keep the echo, have your headphones connected to the computer.
Okay, gotcha.
And just slightly lower your phone for IG.
Okay. Lower the phone. Okay, hold on 1 second.
All right, guys, she's here. All right. Shout out to Q for holding it down. In the meantime, we appreciate.
Oh
you,
yeah,
we really appreciate
yes,
you. I know he had to drop some gems for the people.
All right. Okay, hold on 1 second.
All right, no problem.
Okay. Is that better?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Okay. We ready?
So, yep. So if you guys are able to hear us on both YouTube now, and those of you who on IG, drop a 1 in the comment. If you're able to hear us perfectly fine on YouTube, please let us know because we are about to dive into this. All right.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you so much for your patience.
Shit is here, guys. We really appreciate you guys. Those of you guys who's been on since the beginning, I appreciate that. It's we look. You guys been waiting long enough, so let me get her on. So tonight's special guest, guys. Look, I know you guys have seen her all over IG. She's amazing. I've watched her from the time she started. She got into this business. She is absolutely amazing. She's a go-getter. She is a definition of black excellent. Like every time I see her, she's on the go. And we try to communicate as often as we can, but we understand that within this business, everybody gets busy. Everybody has to work within their business in order for them to grow. So she was able to join us tonight. She's amazing. I want to call you Kimberly. I don't want to mess up your name. So if Kimberly's fine.
Listen, go ahead and call me Kim, okay?
All right, the one and only. The
For
one
my
and
mama,
only.
you dig?
Kimberly Johnson. So the floor is yours. Like, tell the people who you are. Like, what do we need to know? But tell who you are, when you got started into this business, and then let's just hop onto this.
Okay, great. First of all, I want to thank you guys again for your patience. Truly appreciate it. You know how it is when you out here, got a full-time entrepreneur. It just runs into each other sometimes. But traffic was crazy today. But look, we here now, and this is it. Listen, I'm Kim from Kim Yanni Professional Services in the great state of Maryland, PG County. My wife and I are the owners of Kim Yanni Professional Services. We are both notaries in Maryland. I do the notary loan signing agent portion of the business. My wife do the HR consulting. We started in 2020. Well, the idea was birthed in 2020 because of the pandemic. My normal side hustle was Uber and Lyft. So I was like, okay, it's the pandemic. Of course, I'm not going to be picking up people. So what am I going to do to, make up for that income that I'm missing? So went on YouTube, YouTube University, went on there. I stumbled upon Uncle Griff, one of my top people. I tell him that all the time. He was the one that sold me on the business because I knew listening to him that it was legit. I thought it was kind of made up, to be honest with you, when I first heard about it.
Gotcha.
Martin's Notary Services, Notary to Notary, and another gentleman. I'm drawing a blank on his name, but he's out in New Jersey. I started watching their channels and started really getting into it. Then I started Googling what they were saying to match it up and make sure it was real. And come to find out, it's legit. Loan signing was legit. So I just went ahead in 2021, got the LLC, and just started putting things in motion.
Nice. That's awesome. So you well, I won't say you probably you're about 2 years in.
No, actually, I'm just stepping up on 1 year.
Hey, look.
Yeah.
Look, that is amazing. But
yeah.
What truly matters is one thing that you said that that caught my attention was the fact that you did your research. Like you were seeing everybody was talking about the business. You was a little skeptical at first. You wasn't sure if it was legit, but what she did is do her research. A lot of people are not willing to do their own research within this industry. They just want to jump right in, and they either get some bad advice from some people, and then all of a sudden they have a bad taste for the notary industry. I appreciate the fact that you took your time, you did your research, and then you decide that it was for you. So that is amazing. So that mindset shift right there. So from the time that you was doing research, and what shift like mentally? that actually have you like, you know what, this is something I can get into. This is something I can find success in. What shift mentally in order for you to be who you are today?
Okay. That shift came about honestly from my wife. My wife is my biggest cheerleader. If I present her with something and I have it lined up and it's all adding up, she gives me the green light. So that's when I'm going. You feel me?
Yeah.
So honestly, the transition from just being an employee to being an entrepreneur, it really came with her support, because when you in a partnership, you partner in everything. So if your partner not feeling like, oh, business, you shouldn't jump out there and be starting a business if your partner ain't with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I
Yeah.
got you. Yeah, that that support is key. Like, like whether you're in a relationship or not, or with like family members, friends, like wherever your support system is, like having the proper support around you will just it'll just make things a lot easier. Even though when you're going through a difficult time, just having that support there matters. Like, and I understand what you were saying regarding your spouse, because it was my wife's idea for me to start this whole notary thing
Oh,
back
okay,
in
that's dope.
back in 2017. I didn't know what a notary was. I had no uses for a notary, but it was her idea to then I started looking into it, and years later, we're still in business. But that support system is absolutely amazing. So I'm glad that you have a great support system. Shout out to your wife. Keep providing that support, and we're gonna take her to the next level.
Yes, indeed. So I wanted to add that I wanted to add the time I took in research. So I started really getting heavy into it in November 2020. And
Uh-huh.
then I finally made the decision after like 90 days of research. I mean, real research, like Maryland law, what I have to do versus whatever everyone was saying on YouTube,
Yeah.
and putting everything together, because I was a notary actually in DC first, because I used to
Okay.
reside in DC, but never knew about loan signing agent. So that's the twist to it. Like, I was a notary, but never knew about loan signing agent until the pandemic hit. So 90 days I researched. January I made the decision, and we formed the LLC in February of 2021.
Nice. Why did you decide to go with an LLC versus how most people start with as a DBA, doing business as? So was that always the plan to start as an LLC, or is that something that you did your research on as well, and you feel like that was the best way for you guys to go about it?
Yes. So now we researching business credit, because so once I found out about the loan signing, how it could become a business, it could actually stand as a business. Then I started dabbing into business credit, and I started studying that at the same time. So as I was studying about building the business, I was studying business credit. And when I was studying through business credit, it was saying basically being a sole proprietor or having the DBA only wasn't the best avenue to start your business credit journey. So I just went ahead and did LLC, because S corp is just not for me. They're not
Okay.
for how we're structured at this time.
All right, got you, got you. We have some people on IG saying that they are hearing an echo. Do you have
Okay.
two screen open right now? You should probably just have one
Okay.
screen of YouTube open and then your phone.
Oh, okay. So that's what I meant. So I close out the stream yard. Is that what you?
Let me see. The
No, I
StreamYard.
leave that open, right?
Yeah, you need the StreamYard.
Okay.
Just make sure you don't have YouTube open as well.
Okay, let me make sure I don't have that. Hold on one second. I don't see YouTube. Let me, because I connected my Bluetooth to my
Okay.
laptop. Hold on one second. Let me see if that went out.
All right. So for those of you guys on IG, are you guys still hearing an echo? Let's see. We're all good. Yeah. So just have one screen open, which is connected. So I'm guessing your headphone is connected to your phone, right?
Right, it is.
Okay.
So I should take it off of there.
Yeah. Do you have like headsets to go to your laptop?
Okay, now let me try that. Okay, guys,
Okay.
I'll be right back.
All right. All right, guys. So, okay. So I have one person saying there's no echo, and then I have another person saying there's an echo. All right. So let's see what we got. What we got. So, so you guys are still hanging on. Like we appreciate that. We just have to get through this here. What are you guys up to tonight? Like what are you guys up to beside this live? What are you guys doing after the live? Is what I should be asking. All right. Hey, for those on IG saying that there's an echo, everybody on YouTube saying there's no echo. So if you guys want to join us on YouTube, that'll be amazing. It's Matter and Notary Services LLC. If you guys are having an issue with your IG, switch over to YouTube. We have Tamara Staley. She just switched over from IG. So I appreciate you switching over. And we have Mexico in the house. Look at that. Look at that. We're all over the place. Let me see. Pen to notary said getting my expenses and taxes ready. Yes, that is extremely important. You have to know, you have to break down everything within your business. You have to know your expenses. You just have to know the ins and out of your business. Let me see.
Okay, so ask them, do they still hear echo now?
All right, so you guys still hear an echo on IG? Like we are trying to get you guys right. So let me know if you still hear an echo. All right. So shout out to everyone. We have Mexico, we have Florida, we have Connecticut, we have Georgia, we have New York, we have Pennsylvania. Oh my God, you guys are showing mad love right now.
Oh
So
yeah.
we appreciate it.
Yes,
So so
indeed.
so here's what we're gonna do. So why don't you tell them what type of services that you currently offer within your business?
Okay. So I am a notary. So we have notary. We have so I do loan signing. Have the typical things to do as far as general notary work.
Uh-huh.
My wife handles the HR consulting piece, resume review, mock interviews, career advancement, anything that pertains to advancing your career, she handles that.
Okay, okay, got you. All right. So I remember the last time we spoke that you was in the process of being certified with I don't remember exactly the name of it. So if you don't mind telling us what it is, just a basic information and like how
Okay.
was the process for you?
Okay. As far as becoming a loan signing agent,
No, it was another certificate you was getting from Maryland. Like I had never heard of it before.
yeah, the tippet.
Okay. So what's
Yeah.
that?
Well, you have to have your typic license to be a loan signing agent.
Huh, really?
Yes. Yes, it's Maryland law. Anybody that's in the state of Maryland, I think Indiana and Maine, you have to have a typic license. Now, I think Indiana and Maine, they only have to take a course, but in Maryland, in the state of Maryland, you have to take a state test. And it's a
I see.
computerized test. And once you pass that, then you receive your license.
Oh, really? Wow,
Hmm.
that's completely different than versus up here. Up here is like if you're a notary,
Right.
you are able to
Yeah,
do that. So that
exactly.
so that is something that I was not aware of. And like,
Mhm.
what's the average cost? Like, do you have to pay for that certificate?
Oh yes. Okay, so let's get into it. Let's get into the training. The training is people that teaches it in person. Is self-study training. So if you go the self-study route, that's around $179. It depends on who you select. I went through title exchange. And that was about $179. It may be a little bit more, a little bit less. I took that last year, so it's not on the top of my mind at this moment. And then the in person class was $289. So that's a little
Wow.
pricey.
Yeah.
And that's when you go for one whole day and you go through the material, and then after that you self-study. So it,
Gotcha.
yeah,
And that's that right there is a requirement, you know. So you know, it kind of goes back to knowing your state laws or what you can and cannot do, and
exactly.
how crucial it is. Because if you was not aware of that and you just started doing loan signing, that could have had a negative impact on your business.
Exactly. Exactly.
All right, or nah, that is awesome. So, what have had the most impact on your business? Like what? Like if you just looking back at your journal, I know it's you know it's going into a year. So what have had the most impact? Like were you always a people person? Like as far as when it comes to meeting people, were you always friendly with many people, or is that something that you had to get out your comfort zone to in order for you to do this?
Oh, I'm the life of the party. You know what I mean? So everybody loves Kim. So it's it's super easy for me.
Oh
So
really?
yeah, so I've been in like public service basically my entire career. So it was super easy to transition from because I used to be a lieutenant in
Okay.
law enforcement. So, customer service is off the break, you know what I mean? So transitioning to being a notary to me was more valuable than that because you're helping seniors, you're helping people with their kids. I mean, you're doing all types of things that is impacting families. And that's important. And to know that I had a hand in helping somebody, like I had a hand in helping a DC restaurant get their liquor license. Hey,
That's
it might
amazing.
not be big to you, but it's big to them because that's what they want for their establishment. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's different things. You helping people throughout the city. You know what I'm saying? The city, your area. You know what I mean? And that's big. That's big to me to know that somebody can come back and be like, "Yeah, KJ helped me with this," or and if it wasn't for her, I would have had to do this. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, no, makes sense. Have you ever run into somebody you dealt with in law enforcement and they call you to for something they needed notarized?
Man, not yet, not yet. No, not yet. I don't really broadcast it on that side. You know what I mean? If they run into me, that's cool. But right now, no, I haven't had that experience.
Oh man, that is amazing. So you know what? So folks always talk about people always talk about like success. Now I just want you to give say a brief example, like if you ever experienced like failure, like if you like anything, some about a time where you experienced failure, how did you overcome it, and what helped you overcome that? Because everybody think this notary thing is it's easy, everything's gonna go right, like they make it seem easy on this little YouTube commercials that they be doing. It's like speak about a time where thing didn't go as right, but you had to overcome it.
Well, I could give you a great example. Just setting up the business. It was certain things that I saw on YouTube and I Googled it and tried to verify, but then ended up the information was still wrong. So it
Mhm.
was some mistakes in setting up the business. So, I mean, it's not a failure, but it's a mistake that could have been avoided. You know what I mean? If I had like somebody else that was like a veteran with setting up their LLC, you know what I mean? And I had them at that time to talk to, then I could have avoided some of those pitfalls. But it's not totally a failure because you learn from it and then you just keep going. That's one
Okay.
thing about failure. You don't just sit there and waddle in the failure. You pick up and you keep going.
Okay. Yep. You are absolutely right. And I think it's that also kind of plays back into your mindset as well. Because a lot of like I've seen people who try to come into the notary industry, and just because they went through some difficulty and they are no longer part of this business because because they didn't have the proper support system like you do and like I do here in order to get them over that hump. So,
Mhm.
like mindset is extremely important. So, in regards to mindset, do you what do you do to get ready, like mentally, um, like meditation? I know some people like music. Like, what do you do to get yourself ready for the week?
Okay, I that's easy. My days start between 3:30 and 4 in the morning every day. So I'm up. The first thing that I do is pray. You know, that I listen to an hour of gospel music. Then
Mhm.
I go into Clubhouse and support my Clubhouse people.
Yep.
Then, I'm doing my full time, and then I'm running after that if I got notary appointments or if I'm doing my hustle with Uber and Lyft. I'm just that's how my day goes. It's
Okay.
like, yeah, but mindset. I listen to a lot of Steve Harvey. I really like him. I know a lot of people who don't be feeling him, but Steve Harvey be on something, and I
Yeah.
listen to him. He's a great. He has a great piece that he start his show off with every morning, and I listen to him. I listen to Warren Buffett on
All right.
YouTube. I mean, because I'm trying to be a millionaire, to be honest with you. Like I
That's the
told my
goal.
wife, I'm like, that's my thing. I'm trying to get there. I'm trying to be a millionaire on paper. So, you know what I mean?
Yep.
And
That
then I also listen to Les Brown.
that
Les
sounds
Brown,
amazing.
oh my God, he is crazy amazing. You know what I mean? So yeah, so I listen to him. He actually has a clubhouse room. Well, of course he doesn't host it. He has a host that hosts it, but
Okay.
oh man,
Th-
lit.
That is amazing. That is
Yeah.
amazing.
So that's
Well,
just a few just to throw out there.
okay, makes sense. Well, it's good to know that I'm not the only one that's getting up at like 3:30 in the morning. So there's more people like me out there. So that is amazing.
Oh
So
yeah.
so what are some of your short term goals for your business? Like where, let's say, in another year from now, where do you see yourself?
Okay. And another year from now, I see myself at least grossing 50,000. I ain't gonna do no astronomical number saying 100,000, 200,000. I'm gonna keep it slow and easy. Why? Because one, I have a full-time job. So that's already 50% of my time right there. So my with going into the business, I do something with my business every day. My wife will tell you I'm doing something with the business every day. I make sure I try to do something with the business every
Yeah.
day to keep that growth going. But I want to be at 50,000 gross, and I think that'd be a great goal for a person that still has a full time job.
Yeah, no, that that definitely is, and I'm glad that once again, when you mentioned the full time job, I always tell people you don't have to quit your job to do this business. You can find a way to work around your job because when I was working in a prison up here. I was doing my appointments after work, and I was doing my appointments on the weekend. A lot of people thinks that they have to quit their job. Look, I do not recommend anyone quitting their job if you or starting this business. If you are able to take care of yourself and family, you have that financial, you have your financials in order to the point where, you know what, if I don't work for 6 months, it's not going to affect my family. But if you don't, like, you can definitely take this business to the next level just by doing it part time. There's a lot of opportunities. Like, even though there might be some appointment that comes in during the day, but what you need to think about, what about those people who work during the day that gets off at 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and they need documents notarized? That's
Mhm.
how I was able to get my name around here because people will call me. I'll go to appointment at 7 o'clock. The latest I've been to an appointment was like about 10:30. I was doing an
And then,
appointment because that person could not find somebody to go out there and they had to work the next day. So you can definitely do this business on a part-time basis. And I like the fact that you say that your goals is 50K. A lot of people have been like, well, I want to make 100,000, but you are being realistic with yourself and what you know that you and your partner can handle. And as you are starting to make as you start to bring that income in, I'm sure things are going to change where you might be like, you know what, maybe, I don't need this job anymore. Maybe we can find a way to elevate within the business.
well, I'm just gonna tell you, I'm not gonna give up my good government job. But but no, seriously, like no, I'm not gonna give up my good government job. But no, seriously, all jokes to the side. But honestly, what I'm trying to do for the business, I'm trying to create multiple streams that doesn't involve me working. if that makes sense. Like I'm trying to have investment properties. I'm trying to have stuff that's going to be paying me in my sleep. I want to get vending machines. I want to get an app. I mean, I'm trying to do a lot of things. I'm trying to let this business credit take me where it's going to go. You know what I'm saying? Because honestly, I never was a part of the plan to be teaching anybody about business credit. It just happened to fall in my lap. Yeah, so I'm gonna run with it, you know. So yeah, that's where I'm at. I'm trying to create multiple streams where I'm not working so hard. You know what I'm saying? The business will flourish itself. So then once I get these multiple streams of income going, then we can say, okay, let's scale up to 100 G's. You know what I'm saying? But I'm trying to make sure I be realistic and keep myself grounded so I don't put too much pressure on myself. Because that's what happens with a lot of new entrepreneurs too. They looking at YouTube, they looking at Instagram, they looking at Facebook, and they looking at people that are making 100,000. But see, you don't know what their state allows them to charge. You don't know what they're doing every day to get that bread. You know what I'm saying? They could be running themselves in the ground. You don't know.
That's true.
You know what I mean? But I'm not saying there's nothing wrong or right with it, but I'm just saying, like, you know, you can't base your business off of grossing off of somebody else's gross. You don't know what they're doing, what their setup is. Shoot, they can have somebody helping them. You don't know. You know what I mean?
You're right. That, you know what? I'm glad you say that, man, because some folks be trying to model their business after the next person. Like you really can't. Like, you know, because you have to focus on what works for you. And a lot of people tend to, like, they'll do it, and then all of a sudden they'll see this. It's like the shining object syndrome. It's like, so there's somebody else talking about another product, and they're like, oh, we want to do this. Let's go into that. But you didn't even take the time to master your first set of skills. You didn't even take the time to really explore your first project. You know, you have to focus on that. And a lot of people tend to get, distracted. They get distracted easy. And once you get distracted, it's very hard to come back to what you initially were trying to do.
Yeah, and another thing is, you know, I mean, I hate to say it, but you know, people be out here fabricating. I ain't gonna say the word lying, but people be out here fabricating. You know, you look on their page, they had 200 followers. The next week they had 1,000. And be like, "Oh, what you doing out here?" You know what I'm saying? But it's the perception, and a lot of people go wrong with just looking at perception. You got to look at facts. That's one thing that I am building my life on, is not just looking. I want to get to the facts. I want to know what's going on. And a lot of times, some things are fabricated. Even the money that they say they making. Listen to me. You ain't got to prove nothing to me. But you know what I'm saying? But if you really making that type of bread, you will help somebody get to that level. Like business credit. For me, I want to help every business owner to get business credit. Why? Because it's out there. It's free. It's public information. It ain't like, you know what I'm saying? It ain't like, oh, it's like a secret society. It's for anybody. You know what I mean? So so that's where I'm at with it, you know?
All right. So for those who are interested in business credit, right? Like, I know you're on I believe last time you had a class on it.
Yes, I did a webinar in January.
All right, got you. So what are some basic, like, what's some advice that you can give somebody that's looking to build the business credit, but they just don't know which way to go? Like any advice to point them in the right direction?
Me, I'm the right direction. No, seriously. I mean, I would definitely help you get things in order. But honestly, to be honest with you, to be completely honest, I want everybody that's interested in business credit to do their research on it. Just to see what it takes to build it, because it's very simple. It's a very simple thing. If you have an LLC, S Corp, partnership, whatever you have, you know, you could build business credit as a sole proprietor, but I just wouldn't advise it, because that means you're guaranteeing that you're yourself as the person that's gonna pay that money back. You know what I mean? Or whatever you're doing.
You don't want to do that.
Yeah, you don't want to do that. You might as well just use your personal credit. You're gonna do something like that. But no, seriously, I would just advise them to just research it. I mean, it's tons of different videos on YouTube, different people. But for me, I researched it on Google. I researched it, and I just was like, okay, after Google, I started studying different business credit people that was on Instagram, just
Yeah.
listening. And then purchase nothing. I was just listening to what they were saying. So once I started putting the pieces together, it's just started adding up, and it's real. So yeah,
That
that's
is,
what I would tell them first. Research it first. Don't go by like, oh, Billy saying he got 250,000 in business credit. I mean, hey, we don't know what Billy's trying to do. You know what I mean? So, you could just start off with something simple, just to keep your business afloat for supplies, gas. I mean, all of us need gas cards. I mean, it
yeah.
ain't no notary on this planet that cannot benefit from a gas card. You know what I'm saying? Gas
Gotcha.
cards and Sam's Club, for paper, all types of things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's crazy because when I started, my first account was with Quill. I was using that.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
got
That's a net
Quill,
30.
then I got a gas card because I was doing a lot of driving.
Yes,
I'm like, look,
indeed.
I'm like, there's no need for me to be spending my money today. I know it's a 30-day term, but guess what? By the time the 30-day come, I already make that money.
Exactly. And like I said, it's just great to have, you don't always want to be into your personal funds or even using the earnings that you're making. Just you can have that cushion with business credit, and then like you said, 30 days, pay it back.
Yep.
You good. Like say if God forbid your car break down. A lot of people don't know gas cards allows you to do maintenance, car washes, maintenance on your car. You can use that credit card, swipe it, and you got your car fixed. I mean, it's
That's it.
good. Yeah,
That's it.
it's good
That's
to
it.
have. Yeah.
All right. Looks like I have some she boss mobile saying that she want to learn about grants. Like, do you know anything about grants in
Well,
regard to?
actually, I have not got into grant. I definitely want to get some grants, but I have not had a chance to sit down and really get into the different grants that's available. I know FedEx do some and different other. If your business is certified as woman owned and minority owned, it's crazy grants out there. But I haven't sat down and like researched and find out what's the particulars to apply. But that has been on my mind.
Okay, gotcha. Looks like we have She Listen LLC, Miss Samantha on IG saying that business credit is good as long as you have good financial habits. Because
It,
I've seen folks getting those business credit and they're just blowing it on nonsense. Like, I'm not here to judge, but if you're doing all this research just to get your business credit up, just to blow it on nonsense, it kind of defeats the purpose.
yeah, I mean, listen to me and listen to me good. I'm not advising anybody to get no business credit to go buy some Louis Vuitton and all this crazy stuff. I'm telling you to get business credit to scale your business, to create those multiple streams of income so you're not using your personal money. Just for example, bam, you want to get some vending machines. Hey, I
Yeah.
got a credit card under my business, 25 G's. 3 vending machines cost 5,000. I'm gonna get the bread back because I'm getting paid for my vending machines to pay it back, not to get it. Don't ever pay it. No, that's not how it works. You know what I'm saying? That good financial habits is very key. You can't be out here just thinking, oh, it's under my business and I ain't got to pay. No,
Yeah,
that ain't
exactly.
how it works.
Exactly. It looks like and Ms. Stammer actually, do you have to be a personal guarantor for business credit?
Now, in certain instances, you do. Now, starting to build it, no. When you get in your net 30s, no, you do not. You do not have to personally guarantee anything. The only time where you get into personal guarantor is if you want a Amex card, you definitely personal guarantor. If you want something through PayPal, a certain type of loan, they're going to have your business information, but they're going to also ask you for your social. When you're looking for those lines of credit, business loans, um, those type of funding, yes, that's where that comes into play. But just trying to build your business credit, no, you don't need your social at all.
Okay, got you. So there's this thing. Not since we're talking about business, I've been seeing people posting on Facebook about having trade line, and it's, if you need trade lines, contact them. They'll put you on like I don't know how that works.
Okay, so what I think I won't assume, but what I think they're referring to is, okay, if I have an Amex card and I have 25,000 on it, so of course I ain't spending no 25,000. I'm not even spending five of it. So
Yeah.
I'll have somebody, if they like, oh, can I be an authorized user on your card?
Okay.
They do that and they charge a monthly fee. So every month that they on there, they charge the person a monthly fee for being an authorized user, and that trade line goes on their personal credit report. Now,
Gotcha.
business credit, I never heard of nobody being an authorized user. That's your business. It's under your business name.
Yeah.
So unless you trying to say that the person is an employee or something, which I wouldn't have asked, but hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. But yeah, that's the only time I've heard of that is on the personal side. If people want to, have people pay them a monthly fee to be an authorized user.
Okay, perfect. And we have Miss Tamara asking, will there be another conference?
Oh, yes. Listen, everybody has been asking me, and I promise y'all, I'm putting together my ebook for business credit. That's the first thing I'm gonna do. Yeah, that's the first thing I'm gonna do. It's already pretty much done. We just got to do some editing and some other little tweaking to it. And yeah, so that's the first thing I'm gonna do. And then yes, I promise I'm gonna have another one. I'm hoping I could shoot for like mid-April, early May, you know what I mean? Just to give me time, because I was sharing with you all, I just received a promotion at my full-time, so have to get adjusted to that and see how that goes and see how my
That's
schedule
amazing.
is and stuff. Yeah. And then we definitely gonna get on that. But I'm planning on doing some like little excerpts of business credit, like on my on the business page, just still keeping you guys abreast of the changes, because it's been a kind of a lot of changes going on with certain ways that DMB been reporting, stuff of that nature. But I'm gonna keep y'all up to date.
All right, perfect. Wow, that sound like you have a lot going on.
I
It's
do, but when I love it though, because why? Because it's just getting me closer to my goals. It's just getting me closer to, that other side. Like I see you, man, I see other good people just out here working and grinding. And it's just like, I'm like, wow, we're business owners. Me and my wife are business owners. Never had this in my plan. You know what I'm saying? So to be active and to be building, it's just like great. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
that's
Yeah.
amazing. That's amazing. So how do you balance all of that? What do you do for self-care? Like, how do you balance? Because it's like you're working full time, you're doing business credit. I believe you say you're doing like, was it Lyft or Uber at the same
Both of them.
time? Both of them, and
Both of
then
them.
writing books. How do you, what do you do for self-care? Like when everything is done, like how do you relax? How do you get yourself, back in tune with you?
That's a great question. That is a great question. And I'm not a speechless type of person, but you got me in a train of thought. What do I do? I mean, I make sure that I enjoy time with my wife. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's my best friend. So I can decompress with her. We go out, grab something to eat. That's simple to me. I don't need a whole lot. So, I don't have to go and do no extravagant type of thing or go to a spa and all of that. Shoot, I can just spa it right at home. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's pretty much what gets me centered. Like if I'm all over the place, me and my wife, we get in the car, we go, we hang out, that's what gets me recentered, re-energized, and I can get on back to what I'm doing.
Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah, because that's very important, because a lot of
Yeah.
people will drag themselves, to the ground. Like
Yeah.
I understand that folks want to be successful. I understand folks want to take their business to the next level, but if your health is not there, if you're not mentally and physically there, there's no way you can take your business to the next level. So
Exactly.
it's very important for us to dedicate some, at least, maybe if you can do 30 minutes a day just to relax, de-stress, Like I know I talk about it sometime. Sometimes I just want to go. Then my
Yeah.
wife be like, "What are you doing? Go take a nap." I'm like, no, I need
Yeah.
to do this.
Trust me.
She's like,
Trust
just
me,
go
my
take
wife
a
don't
nap.
play, but she be like, yeah, you need to take a break. You know what I
Look,
mean?
last time I don't know what I was on a computer last time. I'm sitting down. She was like, "Go take a nap." I was like, "Hold on." She was like, "All right." She took the stuff away from me. She's like, "Go take a nap because you need it. Because you need it."
Listen. Yeah, my wife don't play, but if she know it's like real, she like, look, no, I'm serious. It's time, take a break. And that's true because I'll just be trying to get so much accomplished. I almost be feeling guilty not to be doing something like for the business or, just something. I feel like every day I should be doing something for the business, but you're right. It's important for you to reset and decompress sometimes. And I'm just like, I gotta get done. I gotta make this call. I gotta research this. I gotta do this, because people are asking me questions. I want to be able to answer them and be ahead of the game. So I'm like, I'm trying to study this. I'm trying to do this. So, yeah, it's very important to be able to know when to stop.
No, you're absolutely right, man. Look, guys, if you guys are not taking time out, please do so. Like,
Yeah,
please do so because you will run yourself to the ground, and you do not want to do that at all. Trust me, I've
right.
been there. Like, I've been to the point where I've gotten myself sick because I was just working, not not sleeping. And she, once wifey said, "Look, take some
Yeah,
rest.
that's
It's
it.
time to go."
You gotta do it.
It's time to go. It's amazing. So what advice you have for your new notaries
Oh,
that's coming into the game right now? That want to make that $20,000 a month right off in the first week.
listen. If y'all want to look at that, y'all better go over there on low side of systems and look over there, because that's where they get that bread at over in California. I don't know about in Maryland, but that's where they get that bread at in Cali. So you might want to move out there. No, I'm just kidding.
Uh-huh.
But no, seriously. For the new notaries, I just want everybody to make sure that they're reading their state laws. It is so important that you're reading the state laws, that you know how to write your notary entries. It is very important. You never know when something can come up and you have to go to court. And you sitting up here listening to Lucy that says, "Hey, I don't write that in my notary, but the law says you're supposed to." It's like, you know what I mean? It's these little things that you have to be careful of. You cannot
Yep.
listen to everybody. So that's the first thing I would tell them. Please don't listen to everybody that's telling you, read your laws first and foremost before you do anything. And if you have any additional questions, call your Secretary of State and ask them. Don't trust everything people are saying out here on the internet, because I'm telling you, it will get you jammed up. I'm just telling you some good stuff. And also, not just about your notary laws, just make sure that you set realistic goals for yourself. You cannot be focused on what other people are doing and what they say they grossing. They could be grossing it, they could not be. You don't know what they're doing to get that money. You know what I'm saying? They might not be sleeping, they might be taking drugs. Who knows? I mean, this is real stuff. Like, you don't know what they doing. Like, you don't want to put your life surrounded around what you're looking at somebody else do. It just would not be a good thing for you. And that's the second thing. And the third thing I would tell them, when you selecting a mentor or you're selecting a class for
Yeah.
notary, vet them. You have to. You have to fully vet these people. Listen, don't get me wrong. It's only certain people that I'm going to call on the phone and
Yep.
ask them their advice about some notaries. And I'm just 100%. It's just, that's how it is. So, just make sure that you're, because a lot of people, they sell you a dream, and then when you get with them, you didn't pay your money, and then you like, whoa, this is not what I thought. And then
Yep.
you gotta get your money back because their disclaimer says, "Hey, it's no refunds." You know what I mean? So just try to make sure you vet whoever it is you taking advice from. Make sure you know how long they've been doing it. Verify their license is public knowledge. Shoot, people gonna be
Yeah.
out here saying they're a notary, they ain't even one. Who knows? I mean, you gotta check everything. That's all I'm saying. Check everything.
Yeah, nah, that's that is true because I have come across some folks who are providing mentoring service and they're not even doing the work.
Yeah,
Like if
I'm
you
like, when the
if
last
you
time
want
you
to,
went
yeah,
to
exactly. That's the easiest question you guys can ask. When's the last time you did this? Because a
yeah,
lot of people is that they used to have their commission, they haven't been out on the field, they don't know any update laws, they're just going by what they are seeing everybody else is doing. And
exactly.
you over there, you're gonna go pay them, $400-500. Look, I'm not giving anybody $400-500 unless I can explain to myself
Mm-hmm.
and to my business partner how this is
Mm-hmm.
going to elevate us. Because I don't have $400-500 to give just only
Mm-hmm.
to find out that the information that you're giving me is from the Secretary of State website.
Mm-hmm. I mean, literally cutting and stealing their stuff. I mean, it's bananas. I'm like, what's happening? Like, come on now. Y'all got to do better. I be looking at some of their posters. I be like, come on now. Y'all got to do better. I mean, y'all got to start ripping people off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, it's with anything. I mean, any industry. It ain't just notaries. I mean, any industry that you in, you're going to have some of the fly by night people that's trying to make a quick buck. Hey, that's how they do that's how they do things. That's on them. But you just really got to take that researching piece seriously. It's important, like, because you can go to jail from doing something illegal as a notary. Like, you know what I mean?
And that's one thing people they keep forgetting that.
Yeah,
They
you
keep
can go to jail.
forgetting that you are appointed by your state. Like if you are
Yeah,
participating in this nonsense, guess what? They're all consequences. A lot of people just keep, okay, well, I'm just a notary, this and that. I don't really have to worry about no. You are appointed by your Secretary of State. So
exactly.
they are holding you, to a higher standard than the average person. And these folks, they just be doing the absolute most. And I just don't get it. Like, why
Listen,
go through all of this to be commissioned just to lose it over some nonsense?
listen. It will not be Kimmy. That's all I'm trying to tell you. And real quick, shout out to a goat. A goat is online with us, ladies of the stamp. That's what I'm talking about. I be watching her. She's a beast. Thank you for joining. And ladies of the stamp, she's a beast. I
Oh
appreciate
yeah.
her
Oh,
joining.
nice. That is
Yeah,
amazing. Oh man, that is wow. Look, man, look, whatever you are doing, like I just keep doing it. Keep doing it because
appreciate you, man.
I love the energy. I love what you are doing. You are constantly looking for ways to become better. Your partner, your wife, she is amazing. Look, wifey, I know you're watching, so shout out to you too. Like shout out to you. Shout out to my wife. I know she's on here somewhere. Like
Oh yeah. You know she on here. She probably stepped away for a moment. She's actually out of town on business, so yeah, she probably stepped away for a moment.
Okay, nice. That is awesome.
But yeah,
You guys have any question for us? I know we
yeah,
kind of
come
been
on with
going
it.
at
Y'all got
it.
some
Come on
questions
now.
for us?
Come on. What's the question? Let me see. You guys have some questions, just make it happen because we are here. And also shout out to Uncle Griff. 007 Griff is what I call him with
Oh
all his
yeah, Uncle Griff
technology.
on it. Oh yeah.
Like,
Uncle Griff know how I feel about him. Anybody mess with Uncle Griff, they're gonna have to come see me in Maryland. They better know that.
they know better, huh?
Yeah, they better know that. They gonna have to come
Uh,
see Kim in Maryland. They messing with my Uncle Griff.
that is man. Hey, do you feel like because that's another thing I wanted to talk about, just everything that you are doing, right? Do you feel like you're in competition with anyone?
Absolutely not. I am in
Amazing.
competition with myself. And that's
Exactly.
the honest to God truth. Listen here. Listen to me. I'm telling you, I am in competition with no one. I am in competition with myself to be better than I was yesterday. And to be better
Absolutely.
today. Yeah. Nah, I ain't
Uh-huh.
in no competition with nobody. Listen, I don't even see no other notaries around me when I'm doing my thing. You understand what I'm saying? No shade. It ain't like that. But what I'm
Yeah,
saying is I keep a tunnel vision on what I'm
got
trying
you.
to do. You know what I mean?
Got you. And why do you feel like, because I'm the same way, I'm not here trying to compete, but why do you feel like other notaries they are making this industry such like, we have to compete with one another as if there's not enough business for everyone.
Because that's how the internet make it perceived to be, like it's got to be a competition, or it got to be, or you got to be doing better than this person, or you got to be doing better than that person. Listen, at the end of the day, everybody stepped out and they started their dream, right? This is a dream of everybody that's a business owner. That is their dream. That's their baby that they're trying to grow. So if you're out here looking around and you combining stuff, oh, Elizabeth got this and Michael got that, he got a Benz, he got this, he got that, and just looking at, different things, people posting money online and payments and all of that, you know what I'm saying? It will have you feeling like you got to compete. So when you post your stuff, you like, oh, yeah, I got $200 on this signing, you know what I'm saying? It'd be like, oh, I ain't get $200, let me go, that's how I go. But for me, no, I don't get into that. I don't have time for it. That's just not my cup of tea. My cup of tea is to help people, and whatever knowledge that I have, I'm gonna share it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna make sure people straight. And if somebody comes to me and I don't have the answer, I definitely know somebody that do. So I'll pass them to the proper person. You know what I mean? It's never a competition for me.
Exactly. Well, I feel the same way. I feel like people can grow the business a lot more if you don't focus on competing with one another. Actually you need to find your strength and weaknesses, because what my weakness can be, that could be your strength. So why am I going to compete with you where I know where I lack and I know that's your strong point? Why not find a way to add value to one another? Hey, Kim, what do you need? How can I provide service to you? How can I add value to what you're doing? And at the same time, you're going to add value to me, and we both are growing. A lot of folks just want to compete. Like, then you run yourself to the ground.
Yeah, and that's the thing. That's the thing, and then it'd be a shame because you're in competition with people you don't even know if they in the field, excuse me. You don't even know. I mean, listen, I try to be transparent when I'm out in the streets, and I'm trying, and I'm doing different things because I want people to know it could be done. You know what I'm saying? Like some people is like, oh, I don't know if I could go, to the hospital and do a POA. I don't know if I can go do I-9s. I don't know if I can, but that's if it's available for you to do under your notary public commission, you can do it. Anybody can. As long as it's lawful for you to do, anybody can. So I just be wanting people to see like, oh, it could be done. And to be honest with you, my business has been surviving off general notary work. I just got my typic license. So it ain't making no money from no loan signing. It's making money from general notary work. And I want people to take note of that. General notary work is big.
Yeah, hey, I've been preaching that for a while, because that's how I got started. That's like, I didn't start this whole loan signing process thing till during the pandemic, during 2020. Like 3 years later, after I started my business, and all of a sudden there was this loan signing everywhere. Like, okay, fine. If that's a way for me to provide an additional service, but over a period of time, what I noticed, right? Some of these loan signing, I was already doing them. I just didn't know it was loan signing.
Yeah, like I told you, I had no clue about it until because I was a notary in DC. I ain't never heard no loan signing anything. Nobody's never told me about it. And I did not find out until the pandemic hit. And even still, I didn't even know until much later that I needed a whole license to do it in Maryland. I'm thinking, oh yeah, I'm about to make $10,000. You know what I mean? And nah, they ain't making no $10,000 out no typic license. So you know what I'm saying? So once I had to buckle down, study for that and get that, shoot, the business had to flow. It's been flowing from general notary work. And that's what I'm telling people, they sleeping on it. They sleeping on general notary work. I'm telling you, to be honest with you, I wish that general notary work could be the amount that you could get from loan signing. I would never do it. You know what I mean? I would just stick with it. I would stick with general notary work because I love it.
Yeah, no, same here. And I've had weeks where I've made pretty much the same amount or more doing just general notary where I would do as far as loan signing. And one of the best thing as far as that is what I like is when attorney reach out to me like, hey, can you go and notarize, this power of attorney for me? What's your fee? All right, this is my fee to travel there. Okay, fine, no problem. One thing I like about the attorneys, most attorneys, they usually just pay me right up front. Soon as they send me the document that I need to print, it's usually like 5-6 pages. I go there and I already got paid. I go sign the document and go back home. It's a lot. Look, that drive is a lot easier when you already been paid going to the appointment.
Exactly. If I know that listen, I go with I have PayPal as my payment processor. I got my little processor with me. Bam, I whip that sucker out. I'm taking cards. They sending me my money on the PayPal. Listen, I ain't got no complaints with general notary work. General notary work is all right with me.
Yep, absolutely. Looks like we have a question. It's from TDP Notary Signing Services. As you continue to diversify, what is the next thing you're thinking about for your empire?
Okay, to be honest with you, I'm really interested in the apostille. And I wanted to be sure that we were able to do them in Maryland because Maryland has so many rules. First of all, guys, Maryland
sound
has
like it.
so many rules. They do. I mean, they have so many rules. So I wanted to make sure that I was able to do apostilles in Maryland, and I found out that I am. So that is one thing that I want to do is like kind of stream my services with not just general notary work, loan signings, but to be that person for apostilles. I think that'd be a great thing for me to take on.
Okay, yeah, makes sense. And
Yeah.
I've been doing those recently. I've been having people
Yeah, I
that
know.
reach
I
out
saw
to
you
me,
picking them up. Like, how
and
you like them?
then pretty good, quick and easy. And then I had Ty Brown. She needed some service up here at the Abnormal Notary. She reached out to me because she had a client up here. So we make it happen, and it's
Man,
all
that's
about
dope.
that teamwork. That folks don't want to talk about. Because
Listen,
she's in a different state. But the second the client was up here, so at that time
wow.
where she needed it, she reached out
Wow.
to me, and we make it happen. Like as simple as that.
That's dope. And that's what I do with general notary work. I know other notaries in Maryland. I hit them up like, hey, I can't take this. Can you do it? Can you know what I'm saying? Pass it around. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I get stuff off my Google. First of all, real quick, Google my business. Y'all, please set them Google my business pages up. I'm telling you. And that's another thing. People call me from my Google my business page like crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? For all types of stuff. I mean, I was like, wow, this really works. It really does. Set your
Yeah.
Google my business page up. I'm telling you.
Yep.
And that will help you with that general notary work also. It'll bring you more in. So if you got a website, make sure your website is set up you know what I'm saying, that people can contact you, have a little contact form, but that Google my business page, fire.
Yeah. That
Free
is.
too.
Yeah, man. And then the one thing people be forgetting that you can actually post on Google My Business. Like I try to post every other day on Google My Business. Post on your Google My Business. One thing I've realized, if you post a video, it gets more views, it gets more exposure than just a regular picture. So I try to post a video throughout my Google My Business, certain hashtags, like Notary near me, mobile notary, Notary Public. You can always add those. Treat your Google My Business like you're treating like your other social media pages. And I've had people who was like, "Oh, I didn't know I could post." I'm like, "Yeah, you can." And make sure
Yeah,
you are.
I got posts on mine. Yeah, I post
Yeah.
I-9 samples, passport application. Like I
That's
got
it.
everything on mine. Like come
That's
see
it.
me. You know what I mean?
That's how it's supposed to be. Looks like
Yeah.
we have ladies and step. She was like, I hate when people come to me automatically saying I don't want to do general notary work. I just want to do loan signing. I always tell them I don't even stitch that way.
Exactly.
You're
And
right.
that's a goat right there. Y'all need to follow that lady right there. That's a goat right there. I'm just here to tell you. I be watching her. She's mean with it. So y'all need to follow her. And it's the truth. How can you be a notary and say you don't want to do general notary work? How you gonna learn how to be a notary? And how you think you're gonna do them loan signing? And you don't know how to notarize. I'm just confused.
That's the basic step.
That's the basic step. So tell me how you gonna know how to notarize that loan document, and you talking about you don't want to do no general notary work. It ain't making sense.
Got you. Looks like we have Ms. Tamara saying that there is a bill at the Maryland legislature to raise the notary fee to $25. Have you heard about that?
They ain't gonna go for that. What y'all think about that? Y'all think they're gonna go for that?
From $4 to $25?
I don't think Maryland gonna let that fly. I don't think so, because Virginia only $5. Virginia normally starts, the trend. Like when Virginia do something, then the trend start. I don't know. I mean, if it do, shoot, I ain't gonna have no problem with it, but I don't know. I don't know. I haven't even heard that one. I heard about them suspending the small business fee, because you normally have to pay when you do your annual report. You normally have to pay a fee. I know they killed that. So that was good, and that signed into law. So that was good. But
yeah, my annual report here is $500.
Yeah, see, ours was $3.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's $500 up here. Somebody asked, "What's the max length?" As far as the video, as far as adding the videos on Google, I don't know what's the max length it can be, but I know I've done some recording, maybe like up to a minute, but I never done past a minute.
Yeah,
But
see,
those,
mine was some seconds. Like I did like a highlight of the logo, like small stuff like that, because I haven't did any like on site with the people, like doing like a on site thing, because Google kind of funny, and I ain't trying to go to Google jail, so I try to keep mine pretty plain.
yeah, I got you.
Yeah,
nah,
but yeah, tell Tracy, thank you, Tracy. That's
yeah,
what girl
Tracy's
Tracy.
on here.
Yeah, tell her
Tracy
thank you
is
so
on
much.
here. All right, let me see. Anybody else have any question? To say, do you have remote online notaries in your area? If so, what are your thoughts?
Oh, I don't think anything of online notary. That's not my cup of tea. I know that Maryland is definitely you can do it in Maryland, but for me, the cost is not effective for me. So I didn't feel that becoming a Ron was beneficial for me at this time.
Yep. Okay. All right. Makes sense. Makes sense. Are you a reader? I always ask that question.
Yes.
So, what are some books you're reading right now?
I'm not reading any books at this time. No, I don't even have time to read no books right now. But yes, I am a reader.
All right, that is awesome.
But I don't have a book that I'm currently reading now.
Got you. Well, I try to be up to date as far as books and whatnot. I usually try to recommend a book, and tonight the book I'm recommending, it's an older book. I don't know if you guys have read it. Who Moved My Cheese by Dr. Spencer Johnson.
Okay.
Yeah, so this pretty much goes as far as adapting to change. Like a lot of people, when things are happening in their life, they, instead of going beyond the comfort zone, some of them just want to stay and just hoping something will change. Versus there are some who they go out there, make it happen. They go to a new environment. They get out of the comfort zone. They look for growth. They look for new opportunities. And we have those of us who are like, you know what? I don't know what's out there. I'm gonna just stay here and hoping whatever's happening to me will stop happening, hoping the opportunities will come to me versus going out there, going beyond your comfort zone. So this book is very powerful. If anyone, if you're looking for a quick and easy read, it's amazing. I like it. My son like it. And that's it.
Okay, that's dope. That's dope.
That's my recommendation for the night. So if anybody else have any last minute question, we're about to wrap up. Just put them in the comment. We really, somebody said we need a Mandarin book club. Oh man. I have so many books.
Listen, you say you got enough books for everybody, huh?
Oh man, we have enough book for everybody. And I said, that is amazing. Doesn't seem like anybody else having
Yeah,
any
because
more
I was trying
questions.
to scroll down on my phone and
Yeah.
I didn't see anything new
Okay.
either.
Perfect. Any last minute thoughts?
Sure. I want to thank everybody that joined, who came, had to leave, who was waiting for me to get home. I appreciate you. I just want you to do a couple of takeaways from this interview. First of all, I want to thank Mandarin for having me on. Totally respect his grind. Great guy, just great personality. Anything that he could answer, and he shares great information on his page. Make sure you follow him on IG. Yeah, I mean, just some takeaways from this. Never limit yourself. Always, always, always dream big. Dream big. Don't limit yourself. Also, when you're thinking of your business, always think of the things that matter the most. Not everything that's people putting in your ear that's saying you should be doing this, you should be doing that. Think about the things that matter most. And also make multiple streams of income. Get that business credit. I want everybody to get it because it will help you create the multiple streams of income you need without you using your personal money all the time. I'm not saying you're not going to ever have to use your personal money, but that business credit will give you a leg up to get those multiple streams of income started. And then once they start making that revenue in, you're going to be good.
Yep, you're absolutely right. And that is amazing. And for those on Instagram, like I just realized I only shared it on YouTube, but this is the book I'm talking about,
Oh,
Who Moved
yeah.
My Cheese by Spencer Johnson. So last minute thoughts, what I want to tell everybody, thank you all for joining. I really appreciate that. And, just focus on building yourself and focus on building your business. Like I always say, it's not about perfection. It's about taking consistent action. Like, stop worrying about what everybody else is doing. Focus on yourself. Focus on where you can improve yourself mentally, physically, and then everything else that you desire, you'll be able to manifest it. Well, you have to be willing to trust the process. It's not easy. It's not going to be easy. There will be obstacles. Well, you have to trust the process. You have to believe in yourself, and you have to be willing to go beyond your comfort zone. Again, it's not easy, but it's possible. You just have to put in the work. And that's all I have to say. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Thank you very much. I
Appreciate
hope
you
you guys
guys.
have a great night. Appreciate you coming on. It was awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Keep doing what you're doing.
Anytime.
Keep doing what you're doing. I'm
Appreciate
extremely
you.
proud of you.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that.
All right. So I hope you all have a good night and be safe. If you're going out, drive safe.
Yes,
All
please.
right.